Parents, it's important to make sure your children have a safe learning environment. Sadly, bullying is common on school campuses, but there are ways to help kids rise above this violence. Joining us live this morning is my friend and research psychologist and psychotherapist, Dr. Frieda Birnbaum. Dr. Birnbaum, thank you so much for coming on this show this Friday. We always love having you here.
My pleasure. I love being on your show. Thank you so much.
Well, let's start this conversation by defining what is bullying. I know this can, take shape in many different ways, and it can mean a lot of different things to different people.
Absolutely. Bullies are the ones that lack self-esteem, and they pick people with a weaker link so they can feel better about themselves. And, it has to do with the hair, with the way you dress, your religion, your race, your gender identification, whatever that is. I was bullied when I was a child, and most of the people have had some experiences. And my first language was not English, but then later I was told I should be a public speaker. So you never know what to expect. But there are a lot of aspects to who that bully is and knowing how to protect yourself from those negative experiences.
Yeah, and who that bully is, what they look like has changed over the years. We live in, this day and age, 2023. Bullying has evolved and transformed from in-person type situations to that of social media, bullying on different platforms.
Yes. So we're talking about bullies that can bully you psychologically, they can bully you physically, and as you said, social media, where they'll show pictures and videos and talk about personal things about you. So those are the aspects of what complete bullying is all about. But then, there are ways to protect yourself as well. Befriend other people that will help and support you so you don't feel isolated. Don't bully back. Have confidence in yourself. And most of all, when you're looking at all of this, all of these issues that are confronting you, you have to know that the bully himself or herself has issues, has mental and emotional issues that really basically has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, their own insecurities. And I'm so glad you brought up confidence, because that is something that so many people struggle with. And oftentimes when you have that low confidence, you tend to feel isolated. And it's important to remember you're not alone, and have those conversations with people you love. Talk to people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, it's very important to know that when you have a friend, supposedly, and you don't feel good about being with that friend, there's a reason. Keep away from that person. That person is also toxic, because these people who like to bully can often befriend you, and they can often make you feel horrible, but they will do it in such a way that you're not even aware of it. They could do it in a quiet manner, and they could be aggressive as well. So watch out for the different character traits, because bullies in general feel that they have to have confidence in who they are. They have to be the center of attention. They have to have the focus on themselves. They have low empathy for other people. They have low self-confidence when it comes to it, but they want to appear as if they have confidence. And that's when they start looking at social ways of behaving that really don't pertain to being and having a normalcy as far as who they really are. And that's when they act out and they target other people as well.
Yeah, and as we know, bullying has no age limits, right? Bullies can come in all sorts of shapes, sizes, and ages.
Yes, it reminds me of when I was bringing donuts, heart-shaped donuts to school on Valentine's. The principal started screaming at me that everybody could hear me through the hallways. And I went ahead and I wrote to the Board of Education, and I got her fired. So yes, you're right. Bullying can be at all ages. Go to your boss, go to your friends. It doesn't really matter. And in school, go to your parents, go to the teachers. You will have a support system if you make it more transparent. By all means, don't keep it to yourself, because that's when anxiety comes in, depression comes in, even suicidal tendencies, because our frontal cortex is not shaped and developed yet till our early adulthood. And then what happens later on is that it never leaves. It's always there. So take care of it. get rid of it when it's happening, with having support with your friends. And also, guess what? If you befriend that bully, who knows? You may end up being the best of friends between the two of you. So you never know what that bully is going through themselves and how much help that they really need, and social connection and understanding. So absolutely, go make friends with that bully.
Lessons can be learned on all sides of this relationship. Just be nice to people, right? Just be nice.
Be nice. It's that simple. It's that easy. Can't we do that? I mean, you're being nice. It makes me feel good. Can't we do that to each other in general?
Dr. Birnbaum, it is so nice to have you on the show again. We love having you.
I love being there.
Have a great weekend.
Take care.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.